Duke Eclipse presents the Horror Hideout Podcast, a podcast covering everything horror, including books, comics, and movies. Presented by Dawson Duke and Kayla Bullock. Hello, welcome to episode 22.
We are doing 2015's Krampus.
And the horror one, obviously, because there's another one that came out that year that's like a comedy.
Really? I didn't know that.
I don't know how big it was, but I saw it on IMDb when I was looking stuff up.
Okay, I did not know that. Yeah, the horror one.
Yes.
Obviously. Does not have Justin Long in it, just so you know. Because we were talking about him being in so many last episode. That joke fell completely flat.
You know who is in it, though?
Who?
Adam Scott.
I don't know who that is.
It's the guy...
Is he the dad?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And he's in Parks and Rec, and he's also in Step Brothers.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's been in anything other horror.
That's why he looked familiar in that Step Brother thing you showed me earlier.
He's in Parks and Rec, is that why?
No, because he's in this movie.
That's what I was telling you. That's why I showed you that scene. I was telling you I kept thinking of that scene.
Wow.
I showed my mom the scene. She's never seen Step Brothers, but I showed her the scene where he's up in the treehouse and he's like, "You look like you want to punch me in the face."
Yeah, and I didn't get it, and now I do.
That's why I showed you.
The guy looks familiar, and then...
It also has David Koechner in it, who was in the Final Destination 5.
Okay.
That's
the new one?
That's the uncle. No, it's the one that, spoilers for the ending, it loops back around and it's actually, not Bloodlines.
Oh,
it's the one at the end. They're like office people, and then at the end it loops back around, and the end of it is the beginning of the first movie.
Okay.
Do you know which one I'm talking about now?
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't? Well, I spoiled the end.
I think I've only seen like 1 through 3. I wanted to see Bloodlines, but I heard not good reviews.
I heard good things about it, but I also heard bad things about it.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Anyway, though, we haven't even introduced the characters yet. I just wanted to put that out there. So
I have a bone to pick with this movie. And
well.
I know, but we'll talk about it.
We got to do spoiler free real quick.
Just throwing that out there. I have a bone to pick with this movie.
Well,
so basically, this movie is about what happens when you stop believing in the magic of Christmas.
Yes. I told you it reminded me of Polar Express.
Yes. But it's a scary what happens when you quit believing in the spirit of Christmas.
So...
And really, that's kind of all we can say, because...
Yeah. I mean, obviously from the title, you know it involves Krampus, which is just like evil Santa, essentially.
Right.
But I think that's about all we can say.
Isn't there, and this is just me talking, but when we were watching this, isn't there a supernatural episode where there's an Anti-Claus?
I believe so.
And it's not Krampus.
I think that's right.
Because isn't it the old guy at the tree farm or whatever?
I think so.
Okay. I was just making sure that I wasn't making up Anti-Claus from...
Krampus is like, is he Russian? German?
I think German.
Okay.
Yes, because his knight is Krampus or whatever it is, and it's a German word.
Okay. So Krampus is like a real-world mythological figure.
And they actually do celebrations of him still. Like there's one.
And the legends say he would like whip you with a hickory stick and throw you in a sack.
Yeah. Like
naughty children.
Yeah. They're actually doing a celebration the weekend of the 13th, maybe, in Pennsylvania. That's a Krampus shite, and I'm probably not saying that right, but...
Neither of us speak another language.
Right. I can do a little bit of Spanish, but that's about it. High school Spanish. Yay. So anyway, back to the movie. So yes, Krampus.
And you mentioned... Well, let's get into the actual movie.
Yes.
So...
Our 99% of the movie takes place at a family's house.
Yes.
And it's Max and his older sister.
I was going to say, did you catch their last name?
No.
Okay.
But it's Max and his older sister, Becca. Is that right?
I don't think I wrote her name. I just referred to her as daughter.
Ingle is their last name.
Okay.
Beth. Her name's Beth. So, Max and his older sister, Beth.
I did write down her name once.
Okay. So Max, his older sister, Beth, and his mom and dad.
Yes.
And to me, it seems like Omi lives with them.
Yeah.
So grandma lives, which it's dad's mom.
Yes.
Lives with them.
Yeah.
And she is
Adam Scott's character. Do we ever get his real name?
Tom.
Okay.
So it's Max is the son, Beth is the daughter, Tom and Sarah are the parents.
And they're getting ready for Christmas, and they're kind of dysfunctional.
And Omi is played by Krista Stadler, and she does such a good job in this movie. I think her character is
Has she
probably
been
my
in something
favorite
else
character.
that I've seen? Or that you have seen?
Actually, she's a German actress, so it looks like she's been in a lot of German movies.
That makes sense. She speaks almost exclusively in German in this movie. There's one scene where she doesn't.
And it's like Max and Tom. So Tom is her son. So you got Omi, Tom, and then Max.
Yeah.
And they are the only three. Like Tom and Max are the only two who can understand what Omi says.
And Omi and Max are very close.
Yes.
Like, it seems like Max is closer with Omi than he is with his parents.
Yes. And I like her character. So it's Christmas time at their house. The mom's sister is coming with her husband. And they have twin girls named Stevie and...
Is it Judy?
Is it?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
So it's Stevie and Jordan. And when they get there, they have their aunt with them.
Oh, I think maybe they refer to her as Jordy, and
Yeah.
that's where I got Jody.
There you go. And so Aunt Dorothy's with them, and
Yeah.
Sarah is mad that that the sister brought Aunt Dorothy because she's just she's actually played by the woman who plays the housekeeper in.
And this is Sarah's sister and
Yes.
her husband,
Yes.
and the husband's name is Howard.
Yes, and they have a son named Howie Jr. who never talks throughout the entire
Yeah.
movie, and then the twin girls. But the aunt is played by the lady that is the housekeeper in 2.5 Men.
I haven't really seen much of that show.
And so she's just kind of crass. She doesn't care what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
She says what's on her mind. And Max's family didn't want her there.
Yeah.
So it kind of puts you kind of in the. Well, I want to back up for just a minute.
So,
Let me
okay,
finish
I was
that thought,
confused.
and then I want to go
Okay.
back for just a second. So it kind of puts you in the mind of Home Alone, where Max doesn't really want
Yeah.
everybody there. He's inconvenienced. It's not what he wants for the holidays. I think they talk about him having to give up his bed for Aunt Dorothy. I think they talk about. So kind of in that same
Yeah.
scenario. But I want to back up for just a minute because the opening scene of this movie with the credits is Black Friday Mayhem.
And it reminded me of the beginning to Zombieland, where we just see a bunch of
Yes.
chaos happening.
Yes, but it's like people fighting in
Yeah.
stores and people getting stepped on, and it's such a cool opening scene for a Christmas movie. And it ties back into the story of nobody's got Christmas spirit.
Well, and we in the mall we see that they were putting on a play, and that Max got in a fight with one of the other boys.
Yes. I
So
forgot about
that also wraps into the movie.
Right. So anyway, back then we were at their house and we're meeting
Yeah.
everybody.
Well, and I think we find out somewhere along the lines here that the reason that Max fought that kid is because that kid told the kindergarteners that Santa wasn't real.
Yes.
And he didn't want to ruin the magic for those kids.
And I would guess Max is probably 9 or 10.
I was
maybe
thinking 10.
8. I thought they said 9, but I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Like in that age range where you might still believe.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna throw this out there. If you listen to this in front of your kids, stop right now. I'm sure you don't, but if you do, stop.
It's a horror podcast. If you're listening in front of your kids, you might have bigger problems.
Well, but I'm just saying, like, we're gonna talk about Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But so Max is kind of on that cusp where he has questions, but he's not 100% for sure if Santa's real or not. So yeah, so they're all at their house.
And you said that Howard reminded you of Cousin Eddie from A Christmas Story, or National Lampoon's.
Yes. They're
Right.
just very... Just the whole family reminds me of... Like, that Howard and his wife and the kids remind me of Eddie and his
Yeah.
wife and their kids. they're just kind of backward and
And
not...
they roughhouse, and he's like, oh, they're just kids being kids, and...
Right. And just very... So you've got... It's kind of the same situation where you've got...
They're very hicklebilly.
Yeah. That's your sister's word.
I think I used it in one other episode.
Where you've got the family, like the main hosting family, who are basically normal. I wouldn't say Chevy Chase's character is normal, but normal people. And then you've got the backwoods family that's coming in.
Yeah. It's like a more liberal and conservative side of the family.
Right. So...
Especially, like, Beth seems very liberal.
Yeah.
Because her boyfriend, like, smokes weed and, like...
Yeah.
And it kind of... It's implied that she does, too, by... He kind of invites her over, too.
Yeah. So, yeah. So...
Reminds me of my sister.
So then they're sitting down for dinner, right?
Yes.
The movie just kind of starts with chaos at the
Yeah.
mall. Then there's the fight at the play. Then the whole house is just kind of chaos with everybody getting there.
Oh, and Howard brought their dog, too.
Yes.
I want to bring that up now.
It's a little bulldog, right?
Yeah.
Bulldog?
Yeah. One of those dogs that has a smushed face. Pug?
No, I think
It's a bulldog?
It doesn't have the right face for a pug. So, we see at one point, we see Max up in his room and he's writing his letter to Santa.
Yeah. I think that's before the cousins and everyone gets there.
Sure.
I think it's the same scene where Beth is on the phone with her boyfriend and he's like, oh, you should come over and we can smoke weed. And she's like, I can't. I have to be with my family.
Yeah. So, and I guess we don't really know, like, how many days before Christmas this is.
Yeah.
So, he writes his letter to Santa. They're sitting at the dinner table. The two moms, get up to go get dessert.
Yes. And we had seen earlier, and the twins had noticed the letter to Santa sticking out of Max's back pocket.
Right. And so they steal it, and they start reading it at the table.
Yeah.
And this scene, there are some parental decisions in this movie that, like, if you had done that to your cousin at that age, there's no way I would have let you sit there and read that letter out loud.
But the other thing about it, too, is you can kind of see the cousins, like the twins' opinion changing on what he was asking Santa for, because he's like, please help my mom and dad love each other again. Please help my uncle and aunt. They could use the extra help the rest of the year and stuff like that. And it's actually kind of sweet.
It is, but still.
And she almost seems like she's touched by it, and then she, like, gets mad.
Yeah.
Because I think it says something about her, but which she never reads out loud.
Yeah.
But I wonder if you can go through and see what it actually is written on there.
But it makes me so mad because the dads should have stepped in. Either the twins' dads or Max's dad should have stepped in and been like, yeah, no, we're not doing this.
Was Max's dad in the room?
Yeah, he was sitting at the table because he was talking to.
Because I knew the mom and the aunt were in the other room, right?
But Omi is there. I think Omi.
The older aunt, not Howard's wife.
She's in the dining room, right?
I thought she went in there and was... Because Sarah freaks out and says, get out of my kitchen. I thought that kind of happened at the same time.
Yeah, you're right.
But then Beth ends up coming in with creme brulee.
Yeah.
As this is happening.
Yeah. So, but I think Omi's at the table and the two dads and then the twins and then Howie is there. But Howie never talks.
Yeah. Because even Max tried to talk to him earlier and he just, like, stood there.
It just stares at him.
It kind of reminded me of Augustus Gloop.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times in that movie, Augustus just, like, stands there while people are talking to him.
Yeah.
And, like, doesn't say anything or he's eating or... It made me think of that.
That's Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Or Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, right?
Yeah. Which could be a horror movie on its own. Like the original one. Is that Charlie? No, that's Willy.
Yeah. I don't know.
The older one is Willy.
What's the book?
The book is Charlie.
So the new one's Charlie. Mm-hmm. So, then we're upstairs, and Max is upstairs, and he's really upset, and he's crying, and he's got the letter to Santa, and his dad's like, comes in, and he's like, it's not too late to send that.
Yeah.
And so his dad leaves. Well, then Max tears the letter up and throws it outside the window.
Yeah, and we see it kind of...
in the breeze.
Yeah, and it kind of swirls up into the moon.
Yeah. Do we see lightning?
No.
Yeah, okay.
I did want to mention here, I think this is right. Okay. then we see basically a blizzard happening, and like their power goes off, and the next morning they're all talking, and they're talking about whether they should check with the neighbors, and they talk about one of the neighbors, and they say that those neighbors don't talk to us since Max's noodle incident, which is a Calvin and Hobbes reference. The Calvin and Hobbes was a newspaper comic strip that ran for years and years and years. I think it stopped in 1999. I think it was January 1st, 1999 was the last one. It might have been 2000. But anyway, the trope, the noodle incident trope, is actually named after this. So what happened was, when Bill Watterson was writing Calvin and Hobbes, he wrote a strip in which Calvin is writing a letter to Santa, and he basically is like, oh, I was good this year, and then Hobbes says something about, well, what about the noodle incident? And basically what the trope is, it's something that's brought up by the characters in like the movie or TV show or comic or whatever it's in, that is never actually like laid out for the audience. Like the audience never knows what happened because they're just like, oh, the horror, and they never actually say what happened. They just allude to it.
And didn't you tell me that
Bill Watterson, Bill Watterson said anything he depicted would never live up to the audience expectations, so he never did reveal what the noodle incident was.
Which is awesome. And I did not catch that line, but
if you can't tell, I'm a big Calvin and Hobbes.
I was gonna say, obviously you caught it.
Yeah.
If I would have heard it, I would have just not even,
Yeah.
had no idea what they were talking about. So,
But I'm a big comic book nerd, and I have the freaking essential Calvin and Hobbes or whatever that has every single Calvin and Hobbes ever published.
Yeah.
Big old volumes that were the same weight I was when I got them.
So there's a storm, and is this when he sees the first snowman? No.
Yes.
Yes.
Which again reminds me of Polar Express with the snowman waving.
Yes. And so there keep being these snowmen in his yard.
Yes.
But then Beth comes in and she's freaking out and she's like, I can't get a hold of
her boyfriend.
I don't know what his name is.
I didn't catch it.
I can't get a hold of him. They're supposed to be home, blah, blah, blah. I need to go over there. And her parents are like, no, you're not. And she keeps pestering
Well, no, what happens is Sarah says no, and then, is it Tom? Tom says, well, she's old enough.
In a friggin' blizzard to walk 3 blocks to her boyfriend's house.
Which it's not blizzarding anymore. It's still foggy out, but snow is not currently coming down. Which I thought
it was.
No.
She's
it's
getting
just
snowed on when she's out there, isn't she?
But it's not blizzard level.
Well, whatever. They still let her
I
in
know.
a freaking blizzard.
I still don't think it's right. I'm just saying.
14 or 15 years old.
It's still not blizzard conditions, is what I'm saying.
Stupid parental decisions in this.
Everything's covered in ice and snow, but there's not currently like a crap ton of snow coming down.
I guess I thought with the fog it was snow.
Well, and there might be snow, but it's not like blizzard conditions. It's not like super windy.
But it is windy because she's freezing out there.
Yeah, but I don't think it is blizzard conditions. Is all I'm saying.
I'm just gonna say it's bad.
And she sees like a demon-esque creature on a rooftop. It looks like Santa, but almost mixed with like Quasimodo, where it's like hunched over. And you can't see its face because it's in darkness because of like the Santa outfit it's wearing, but you just see 2 big horns coming out in the front.
And it looks like, it's from a distance, but I did catch that it looks like it's on goat legs.
Mm-hmm. And I was going to bring that up. She ends up hiding under a truck because it kind of seems like it's chasing her. And we see this creature come down, and we see it has hooves. We see it's covered in chains. What were you going to say?
So the truck that she hides under is actually the snowplow.
Yes.
And it's not the snowplow, it's the delivery truck.
I thought it was the snowplow.
Maybe it is.
I think it's the snowplow. Because it's the same vehicle they come back to later. So
With
I think
the
it's the
guy
snowplow.
frozen in the front seat?
I don't remember
At one point they see the delivery van, and the reason I bring that up is because they get a delivery, and the sister goes out to get it, and there's a red Santa Claus bag out there, and she says this too, and he said, I don't know, that was here when I got here.
Yeah, he said it must have been the boys in brown.
Yeah. Which I bring that up because it comes back later.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so she hides under a vehicle, and we think she's safe.
Yeah.
And will you go back?
Well, we
were
see
talking about what he looks like, so will you go back to that?
I think I said everything.
Okay.
He big horns, Santa outfit, but you can't see the face because it's cloaked in darkness, covered in chains, goat legs.
Yeah. And so she is hiding under
And
this vehicle.
like I said, hunched over.
Yeah.
Like it reminds me of Quasimodo, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So she's hiding under the truck and she sees the Jack in the Box going. And then we cut away, right? Before anything pops out.
She screams, and then I think we cut away.
But we don't see what came out of the Jack in the Box, is what I'm clarifying. Okay. So we cut back to the house, and I think it's, I actually think it's Max that says something.
Oh.
He says, I'm worried about Beth. It's dark and she's not back yet.
She was only supposed to be gone an hour. That was the rule they gave her, was an hour. And it's been like 4.
Yeah.
But then again, her stupid parents are like, well, she did go to her boyfriend's house. She probably just lost track of time. No, go find your daughter.
Yeah. So the 2 men decide that they're going to leave to go find Beth.
Yes.
So Howard and Tom. And one thing that Tom had mentioned earlier is that he was an Eagle Scout. And one thing that Howard had mentioned earlier is that his gun was in the car. So they get his gun out of the car. And they take his truck.
Tom is totally offended by that he has.
Or they take his truck. I don't think he gets the gun out yet. I think
right.
they just take his truck.
It's a Hummer or something, isn't it?
I think it's a truck.
Oh, I thought it was a Hummer.
I can't picture what it looks like in my head, but they refer to it as a truck.
I'm
so it might
be.
Hummer. It might be. Or are you thinking Zombieland?
No.
You're probably right. They call it a truck.
Oh yeah.
So they go and they find the snowplow truck, and it looks like something has knocked the windshield in, not that someone flew out the front like it crashed.
It's a Hummer he nicknamed Lucinda.
Okay. Well, later on, whenever they get back, what's the sister's name? Sarah's sister. Did you catch that?
No.
Anyway, she says what happened to the truck. Okay.
Linda.
Well, Linda says what happened to the truck, and this is later. So that's why I said truck. So they find the truck with the snowplow, and then we cut back to the house, and they hear noises on the roof. It sounds like something's walking around.
Obi tells them they need to make sure the fireplace doesn't go out.
Yes, I believe so.
And there's some parts in this movie that are funny, and
I would call this a horror comedy.
They're talking about how this noise is squirrels, but the whole house is shaking when something steps on the roof.
I take that back. I would call this a horror movie with comedy elements.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like it leans enough into comedy to fully be considered comedy.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
But okay, so back to the men, because we go back to the house and we go back to the men, and they find hoof prints at the boyfriend's house, and Howard points out that they're too big for, I think he says they're too big for a goat or anything. It'd have to be like an elk.
So they were too big for a deer, I thought.
Probably. So I think he says goat. It'd have to be a goat or an elk.
But when they go in the boyfriend's house, everything is snowy and frozen.
Yes.
And the goat prints are in front of the fireplace.
The fireplace up the wall, they say they think a gas line blew because it's like the bricks are pulled out like something big came down the chimney.
Right. Or blew out, which is why they say gas line. But Beth is not at the boyfriend's house.
But they hear Beth yelling outside.
Yes.
So they run out there, and something grabs Howard. And I think they have the shotgun by this point.
Yes.
I think they brought it with them when they went in the boyfriend's house.
Yes.
They hear Beth yelling. They run outside. We see something moving under the snow that grabs Howard. And he says it feels like something is biting him. So what happens here? Because I was taking notes and missed exactly what happened here.
Well, he starts to get pulled down into a hole in the ground, and
I know Tom grabs his hand and pulls him out.
Well, Tom grabs the shotgun and shoots it.
Doesn't he grab his hand first and try to pull him out?
Yeah, and then he shoots it and it lets him go.
Okay. So they get back to the Hummer, and the Hummer is smashed on fire, like it's destroyed.
Yeah.
So presumably they walk home, because we get back to the house and they come in and Howard's leg is cut up bad.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't
like
know if we ever. I guess we kind of do see it. It kind of does look like bite marks.
yeah. I think even someone at the house says it looks like something bit him.
I think so.
And he makes an excuse. He's like, "Oh, there must have been a bear trap under the snow."
Yeah.
Which I don't think he actually believes that. I think he's
Yeah.
trying to keep everyone else from panicking.
Yeah.
And the grandma is acting very strange.
Yes. And this is one of my favorite lines in the movie. She's talking in German, and I don't think the guys are back yet because Max is the only one that understands her. And his mom says, "What'd she say?" And then it goes, "I don't need to know German. She said we're all fucked."
And the grandma nods like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Like, and that's that part, and that tells you pretty much who Aunt Dorothy's character is.
So they decide, since there's the fireplace in the front room, they're all just going to camp out there. So Howard says, since his leg was messed up and Tom brought him back and Tom saved his life, he'll take first watch.
Yeah.
And
they have a...
And there's like an ongoing thing that Howard keeps talking about having to protect your flock. Like he brought it up with the gun, and he brings it up.
Yeah.
I think whenever they go to get Beth, he brings it up too.
And they, the girls have a tablet, and so they're watching Christmas movies on this tablet. Well, the whole point of Howard staying awake is to keep the fire lit.
Yes. 'Cause like, is it Opie?
Omi.
Like Omi said.
Opie, he's from, whatchamacallit?
What?
Mayberry. Opie. The son on Mayberry. Andy Griffith.
Oh, I was watching Andy Griffith last night. That's probably what I was thinking of.
Yep, Opie.
It was me and Brielle and, well, I should probably say, me and my sister and my dad and my grandparents were all watching it. My sister came up for dinner last night, so that was nice.
Ooh.
So they all decide they're going to camp out in the living room. I think I said that. But he ends up falling asleep. Howard ends up falling asleep. He's supposed to be watching. He's supposed to be keeping the fire going. And so we hear some noises, and then a chain comes down the chimney that has a gingerbread man on it.
Well, and in this period of all of this happening, the tablet dies too. So they don't have that light anymore either.
Yes.
And I think when the tablet dies, it wakes Howie, who is the son, I think it wakes him up.
Because the tablet was playing music. And they had mentioned earlier they had no way to charge it because the power was out.
Right.
So as soon as it died, it was done.
Right.
So Howie, the son...
When Dawson said a chain comes down with a hook, it's like a meat hook.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a small fishing hook. It's like a meat...
Yeah, and when I'm talking about chains, I'm talking about, like, chains.
Yeah.
Like, tow truck chains.
Yeah.
So... And I don't know if it's meant to be because he doesn't talk and how nonchalantly he reacts. I don't know if it's supposed to be him being a kid or if it's supposed to imply that he has something mental going on.
That's kind of the impression I got the whole time. Because when Max was talking to him earlier, he just has this blank look.
Yeah.
Like...
But he ends up taking the gingerbread off of the hook and bites into it. And then it bites back.
It's so funny. Like, it looks down. I think he bites its leg or something, and he looks down, and the gingerbread man just screams.
It makes me think we should cover Ginger Dead Man.
I have not seen that one yet.
I know. There's also Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong.
Oh my gosh.
Which also either got turned into a comic or was a comic first.
Oh my gosh.
It's stupid, but like...
well, the gingerbread people in this movie are awesome, and I love them.
Yeah.
Kind of think Gingy from Shrek, but evil.
Or I was thinking they kind of remind me of the gnomes from the Goosebumps movie. The original, like the first Goosebumps movie.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, yeah.
So, anyway, Howie gets dragged up the chimney and everyone, like, tries to run over and stop it, and there's no stopping it. So
Sarah gets a hold of him, and then Tom gets a hold of her, and then Howard goes over there and gets a hold of Tom, but they can't get him back down.
And I think the wall kind of buckles out a little bit, and it kind of looks like the chimney from the boyfriend's house.
Right. It doesn't explode, but
it buckles a little bit, yeah. So then the grandma tells her story in an animated sequence that is beautifully animated.
It is beautiful.
This is probably my favorite scene in the movie. So basically, when the grandma was a little girl...
And she grew up in... We're assuming it's Germany.
Yes.
So we're assuming... She didn't grow up in the United States. I assume it's Germany by the words and the way she talks. So this takes place in a small village in Germany.
Yeah.
So Grandma lives in this. When she was a child, she lived in this. We never find out her real name. They all call her Omi. Um, she lived in a tiny village, and things were rough. And she had a Christmas where she didn't believe in the Christmas spirit or Santa anymore. Um, and Krampus came and murdered her mom and dad
And left her
and
alive.
left her alive as a reminder of what can happen.
And gave her a little bell.
Yes. And the bell has Krampus engraved on it and then something in another language on the other side of it. And it's like a. It kind of reminds you of the bell in Polar Express, like that size and everything. But it's rusty and it doesn't ring. And she's actually still has that bell.
Yes.
But like you said, the animation and the coloring of that part of this movie are beautifully done.
It reminded me of something, but I can't think of what. You know?
It kind of reminded me of like a Coraline type animation.
Like stop motion?
No,
Claymation?
not Coraline. It's not Tim Burton. Who's the other guy that does stuff like Tim Burton? Who did
Henry
Coraline?
Selick?
Is he the one that did Coraline?
No, he did, whatchamacallit? Did he do Coraline?
I don't know.
Who did Coraline?
I don't know. But anyway, so Omi tells this whole story, and
I mean, Leica did Coraline, like Leica Studio.
oh, okay. So pretty much nobody believes her. They're all like she's nuts, pretty much.
I don't think all of them.
Most of them.
I think Tom seems pretty convinced.
Do you think so?
I mean, it's his mom.
Not sure.
I think Howard calls bullcrap, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But also, like,
He's mad though because they took Howie.
that's what I was gonna say.
And
But also, like, a chain came down the chimney and took your son.
but did they actually see the chain?
I don't think so. I think they just see his legs dangling. But
Yeah.
even so, he still got yanked up a chimney.
Right, I know, but like I don't think they saw. Obviously, they didn't see the
Yeah.
killer gingerbread man.
And we did say he doesn't speak in this movie, but we do hear him scream at this point.
And his shoe falls, and so Howard decides he's going up to the attic. He's going to go get his son back.
Yeah. And this is kind of the turning point of the movie.
Oh.
When it starts to get crazy.
Is this when the Christmas tree catches on fire?
Yes.
Okay.
That happens, and that's I think that's why they end up letting go of Howie, because they stop. They're trying to get the fire out.
Yeah. So I want to say like his shoe falls and knocks like a thing, ember, and it sets the presents in the tree on fire.
Yeah.
Um.
Which there's kind of a sad scene later, and I don't remember exactly where it happens, but there's a scene where Linda is trying to rewrap presents for the kids.
Yeah. But did you notice that what she's rewrapping is just wrapped in newspaper, like they couldn't afford wrapping paper. So Linda goes upstairs and she's trying to rewrap the presents for the kids. Howard is determined he's going up to the attic, right?
I believe so.
Well, no, because he ends up in the kitchen. Tom and...
Well, Howard probably can't because his leg's still messed up.
That's right. So Tom and his wife, why did I just forget her name? Sarah. They go up into the attic. And Howard is in the kitchen.
Yeah. And do they come out of the bag?
So we see, what's his sister's name? Linda. They yell for her. And she's got the bag that was outside the front door.
Yeah.
She's got it sitting there too.
And
she leaves. When she comes back, there's all these presents that have been ripped open and things are missing out of the box.
Yes. So there's I think the first thing we see is this like demonic angel.
Mm-hmm. It attacks Tom. Right?
I think so. We see a creepy bear, a Jack-in-the-Box, presumably the same one from earlier, but it's like a creepy, like full guy coming out of a little Jack-in-the-Box.
It's he's very scary. Like,
yeah,
I mentioned this in the last episode, but his face when he opens his mouth is kind of like it.
Yeah.
Pennywise.
Mm-hmm.
So it's obviously Jack-in-the-Boxes are clowns, so it's a clown head
It reminds me of a mime because it was very white in the face.
Yeah. But this thing's like as long as an anaconda. I mean, this thing's huge coming out of this little bitty Jack in the Box or this little bitty box. And while all this is going on, uh, Howard is in the kitchen and he's getting attacked by a bunch more gingerbread men, which is so funny to me. I don't know why. I mean, they're mean, but it's so funny. Um, the Jack in the Box takes Stevie and Jordy and goes into the vent, but they find Stevie.
Yes.
But it's eaten Jordy.
I think so.
And Stevie is wrapped up in lights, but they got to her before it could eat her.
Yes.
So this is kind of the scene where all heck breaks loose
and I think it's Krampus comes down the chimney and takes the baby.
No.
Is it one of the people with the masks?
It's the elves that come in through the window.
They take the baby?
Yes.
I thought Krampus came and took the baby and then they come in.
No, they take... I'm pretty sure they take the baby.
Okay. I think something comes down the chimney, whether it's an elf or Krampus, first, and then they come in through the window.
I didn't think so.
I
Because
could be
isn't
wrong.
the baby what they're carrying out when everybody's screaming and trying to go after? Oh, and one thing we did not mention is, so after Beth disappears, there's a second snowman in the yard. When they get back from her boyfriend's house, there's more snowmen in the yard. So it's kind of like, and then when Howie's gone, there's another snowman.
Well, and have you seen Jack Frost?
I have not.
Do you know what happens in that?
Yes.
Like, it's a possessed snowman, essentially?
Yeah.
I was expecting something like that to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't look like friendly snowmen.
No.
But I think Howie, the one after Howie has his hat on,
and
his
again,
scarf.
though, I wonder if it's a Calvin and Hobbes reference in some regard, because in Calvin and Hobbes, Calvin makes creepy snowmen all the time.
Huh.
Like, it was like an ongoing thing every winter whenever he would make comics. Calvin would come out and make creepy snowmen.
Aww.
And, like, people have recreated some of the stuff he made in real life. Like, there's one he did that was like a kraken.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, crazy intricate stuff that people have, like, made in real life because of that comic.
That's
anyway.
Awesome. So Howie defeats the gingerbread men after they attack him.
The last one gets eaten by the dog.
Yeah.
Howard.
Howard, not Howie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so Howard ends up grabbing onto their robes or something after they take the baby and gets dragged along.
Yes.
I don't know what he
that's why I think
grabs.
it's out the window.
Yeah.
Because they take the baby and he...
I know, I'm saying I think something comes down the chimney, grabs the baby, goes out the window, and then the elves come in.
Oh, I thought it was all at once.
But I don't know. Because I think I was taking notes at this point too, so I might be...
Okay. We did not mention the baby. Howard and his wife have a baby.
Well, it hasn't really come up that much.
Well, I think she's there, but...
Yeah, but I really think the only mention we really get of her is at the beginning when they first show up. They go back out to the car to get her because they forgot her in the car.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, she's not really in the movie that much. Like, I mean, she's kind of there but as like a set piece type thing, but she's not really important to the story. So Howard's getting dragged along. So everyone else decides they're going to go after Howard, except for the grandma. She stays behind.
Well, they don't know she's going to stay behind.
No, they all go out the front door, and then she closes the door behind them, and we see Krampus standing over her.
Right, and Tom's trying to get back in, and Max is like, no, she's doing this for us.
Did you say that backwards?
No.
Is Max trying to get in, or is Tom?
I thought Tom was.
I thought it was... I don't know.
One way or the other.
Yeah. And it ends up at...
I think
everyone,
you're right.
Everyone kind of gets... Yeah. Everyone kind of gets picked off, and then the last two left are Max and... What's that twin's name? Stevie. And they're in the truck from before. The one with the busted window.
Yes.
And they're trying to start the car, and it won't start. And then, I don't remember... She gets taken.
Which, that kind of annoyed me when they were in the truck. I have a lot of annoyance with this movie. I love this movie, but he's how much younger than her, and she's like, start the truck, you need to learn, you need to drive, you need to get... Excuse me, he's like 9, you're like 15.
I know, but he says that he's never driven a stick, I think is what he says.
Yeah, but still.
So, maybe she knew that he had driven before.
But still.
I know,
I'd be yelling at the 9-year-old.
but I don't think she was like 15. I think she was like 13. I don't think so, but
They had high school jackets on, so she was
13.
fine. Be that way. Um. So yeah. So everybody else kind of gets picked off by his minions and not really by Krampus.
Yeah, Krampus is not super involved, but Krampus does grab Stevie,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. And takes
No.
her.
He does it. I thought it was two of his elves that grabbed her.
Someone grabs her. She gets dragged to where Krampus is.
Yes.
And he's like over a hole to
It's
like the
kind
underworld.
of like.
It reminded me of Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah. But he's got. Doesn't he have like everybody kind of up on poles
I think so.
and kind of like sacrificial like.
Yeah, but they're around like a pit that opens up. That's
Right.
like lava.
And so Omi had given Max the ornament, the bell, earlier.
Yeah.
And so he throws it at Krampus and says, "This is not what I wanted."
Didn't Krampus give it to him? I thought, yeah. After he gets out of the truck, Krampus puts it in his hand.
Okay, you're right.
Because I think the grandma
Right.
had it whenever she was with
Right.
Krampus.
You're right. What happens with Grandma and Krampus?
We don't really see. She just is like standing there in front of him, and then I think we cut away.
Okay. So Max is like begging, this is not what I wanted. I want my family back. Throws the bell at Krampus.
Really throws it in the snow at like his feet.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He says, "I take my wish back."
Yeah. And then he falls into the burning pit of hell.
Yeah, I think he jumps in after Stevie. Or something.
I thought Krampus threw him in, or I thought somebody threw him in.
Probably. But then he wakes up, and everyone's back. Everyone's alive. Everyone's at the table, talking and laughing, and it's Christmas.
Yeah, Krampus throws him in there.
Okay.
And like Beth is there, and she tells him, she's like, "It's about time. We've been waiting all morning for you."
Yeah, and I feel like this part and like the whole bell thing is why I said that this movie reminds me of the Polar Express.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's about a kid who was at the age where they stopped believing in Santa, having a supernatural experience that makes them believe in the spirit of Christmas again.
Yeah, so this is his crucial year.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Maybe it's in the same universe and they do different things for different people.
Maybe. I mean,
I'm joking, by
know.
the way.
Could be. You never know. Some of the movement in Polar Express could be demonic.
Yeah, that movie creeps a lot of people out. Some people would consider that horror.
Yeah, it's just some of the movements, and I know it's a different technique
Yeah.
in it, but anyway, that's another movie.
Well, it's also like the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol. People say it about that too.
Yes, that one's probably creepier than
Yeah,
Polar Express.
but don't they both use like motion capture stuff?
I think so.
Yeah.
So anyway, Max goes downstairs. Everybody's alive. Everybody's there. Everybody's happy. They're opening gifts. Somebody hands Max a gift.
And it's the bell.
And it's the bell.
Which again reminded me of Polar Express.
And so then we zoom out, and they are in a snow globe
Mm-hmm.
in Krampus's lair with all these
Yeah.
other snow globes.
Have you...
So do you think that...
Wait, real quick. Have you seen Red One?
I don't think so.
It just came out last year, I think. But it's like an action movie where Santa gets kidnapped.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Okay. There's a similar thing with snow globes in that where people can get trapped in snow globes. And Krampus has some, I'm pretty sure. Because Krampus is in that movie too.
Oh.
He's Santa's brother.
Huh. So do you think that...
I know the main villain of the movie has some, but I think they say that she got the snow globe from Krampus because it's like Krampus's ex-girlfriend. And she's actually the Yule Lads, their mother, the
What's
witch.
What's this one called? The Red One?
Red One.
Huh.
Some people like it, some people hate it. I liked it.
We have to watch that one.
I really liked it. It's like action.
The podcast,
yeah.
you give me new ones to watch.
What's her name? It starts with a G. It's not important. I
know who you're talking about though.
Grinhold, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
The Crimes of Grinwald.
So anyway, do you think that I mean, obviously Max figured out that it was all real or whatever.
Yeah,
But do you think the family was happy?
they seemed happy.
I mean, so is that really that bad of an ending?
I don't know. It's like that. There's a the weenie stories we used to read.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of those where this kid wishes that every day would be Christmas. So every morning he wakes up and his mom makes his favorite pancakes and he gets presents from his family and all that. And the person, like the person who granted his wish, comes and talks to him and is like, um, "Are you sick of it yet? Like, are you sick of waking up every day and having the same day over and over?" And he's like, "No, I love this so much." And like he never learned his lesson. And so I wonder if it's a situation like that where them being trapped together just made them closer. And I wonder if it would be a situation where it feels like it's Christmas every day. I wonder if it wipes their memory or if it's just like they know they're trapped.
See, and that's what I wonder too. Like, it stinks that you lost your life, but you're with your family
Yeah,
forever.
but I don't even know if they really lost their lives technically. Their souls might just be added to his collection. But I mean, I'd rather be like trapped with my family forever, even if it's family that I'm not the biggest fan of, than like be dragged to hell or whatever. There is some messaging in this movie I don't like. Because some of the stuff that Tom says when he's talking to Max about like they're your family so you have to love them, I don't agree with that. You can distance from your family. You didn't ask to be born into a family. If people do bad things to you, I don't care if they're blood related or not. I don't think you should force yourself to be around them.
You know, we were talking about that earlier. It's like I told you, there are people that I'm going to love from a distance, and that doesn't mean I don't care
Yeah,
and that I want bad things to happen to them, but that also doesn't mean that they have to be in my life.
yeah. Well, I
Have an active role in my life. They don't have to. So
I've had abusive family members and I distance myself from them and there's nothing wrong with that.
exactly. Um, but on the flip side of that, he is a kid, and I can understand where his dad's coming from.
I think it's just really hitting close to home because of stuff that's happening with my friend that's personal. But I just you for people that are listening to this, do not let people tell you that you have to love your family or that you have to be around your family when you
Right.
don't want to be. That's what I'm trying
You
to
are
say.
not obligated to
Exactly.
let anyone be in your life. You have
Even
control of who's in your
yes.
life and who's not. And I know if you're underage and you still live with your parents, it doesn't feel like
Yeah.
that. Um, but I know as a parent, with the situation you're talking about with your friend, I would not want you guys, I would not expect you to be
Yeah.
there with
What
people like that.
well and even if it is your parents, if your parents are abusive or whatever, once you get out of that household, they'll a lot of times they'll try to guilt trip you. Well, I raised you. Well, I fed you. Well, I housed you. Well, guess what? If they hadn't, you would have been taken away by the government. There's
Right.
nothing. You don't owe them anything.
Right.
You don't owe them anything for the bare necessities.
Right.
They kept you alive. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't owe them anything for that.
But speaking of parenting, there's some pretty crappy parenting in this
Oh,
movie.
for sure. I think in general, a lot of the family is very dysfunctional.
I do too.
But I think that's on purpose.
I do too. But I mean, just like we talked about, letting her walk to her boyfriend's house
Yeah.
in a snowstorm, which I know you said it's not snowing, but still, no electricity.
Yeah.
It's dark outside.
I still think they're in the wrong. I was just saying it's
Well,
not
no,
like
I know, but like
actively.
it's not like it's a sunny day. Even like, oh, it snowed and now the
Yeah.
sun's out. No, it's a gloomy, dark day. There's no electricity. She doesn't even know if he's home, which is another question I had. Okay.
Why she does know he's home though because he said he was home the night before.
Well, that's true.
And he's
But
only 4 blocks away.
okay, but
It's not like he was like
here's my other question about that though. So the way it looks is Krampus came out of his chimney
yes.
and took his family.
Yeah.
So I want to know more about that. Like who in his family didn't believe, who was having issues, who was
I didn't see it as that. I saw it as Krampus was either playing a trick and had already isolated them, like they were already in the snow globe. And that was just how they saw everything else. Like that wasn't actually the real world. Like as soon as the storm started, he took them.
oh.
Or that like uh he had just taken everyone else first to focus on that family.
Or maybe he took them
Or
to
it's
begin
because
with have a
Or
reason for Beth to have to go over there.
or maybe it was because Max didn't believe that gave an invitation for him to come to that area, and he just took everyone in that area because they mentioned a lot of the neighbors were out of town.
Right.
And so maybe he just took who was in that area first,
Or maybe it was.
and
to
maybe
get
he
Beth.
couldn't. Maybe he couldn't go after Max and his family specifically because of the chimney and the tablet and the lights. So he went after everyone else first.
That's true. I just thought maybe it was because he was connected to their family.
It could be that too.
And I mean, you got Beth outside, you got the two dads outside after they went looking for her.
But it also at the beginning, whenever he does like his wish kind of comes true, it did make me think of in Home Alone when he's like, "I made my family disappear."
Right.
Because like it's like be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Like it reminded me of that kind of thing.
Yeah. I do think that so Krampus is, and this sounds stupid, but he's beautiful in this movie, and not like
The character design is amazing.
right, like he's beautiful, like the character work and what they've
Yeah.
done with him is beautiful. Not that he's a beautiful creature, but it's so very well done.
Yeah.
And he's, I mean, the whole movie obviously it's called Krampus, but he's not even in that many
Yeah.
scenes, but he
And
sticks with you.
Yes.
And his elves are freaky.
But it makes him feel so much more powerful that he isn't even really involved with taking the family. It's always his minions.
Right.
That makes him feel so much more powerful. Like he feels like the lord that has all these minions.
Yeah. And when I say elves, I mean they're his elves, but they don't look like.
Do they wear masks?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
And they don't look like what we think of elves.
They look like they're
Cute
trying to
pointy
imitate
ears
Krampus.
and- yeah. Yeah. And I actually, when I was looking at something earlier, Seth Green plays one of them.
Huh.
And I did not know that.
I didn't either.
So yeah, so it just, and then like the gingerbread men that we talked about, and the jack-o'-lantern or Jack in the Box is scary.
Yeah.
He is
Well, even-
probably the scariest part of the movie.
I disagree. I think the angel was scarier.
The angel was scary.
Which the angel's not in it very long.
She kind of reminded me of the Bride of Chucky. I guess just kind of with the blonde hair and the face
Yeah.
and everything, but
She didn't really give me Tiffany vibes. I think because Tiffany isn't like sharp teeth and like vicious like that.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know. This is a very, very good horror Christmas movie.
Yes.
And
it's got a little bit of humor to it, so it's not, again, like we said with Drive Me to Hell, it's not like a heavy one.
right.
But it'd be good to have like in your Christmas circulation.
And it gets intense. The ending part with
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the-
Like I said, there's
the
a turning
toys,
point.
and I mean, it's all kind of
I'd say that the first half is a lot more humorous than the second half.
yeah.
Which there's still humor throughout.
Which I think, like the gingerbread men, I know they're supposed to be serious, but they're funny
Yeah.
just because.
Well,
he's
like I
getting
said, they
attacked by
remind me of-
gingerbread cookies.
You know the other thing they reminded me of? In the new Ghostbusters, the Afterlife,
Oh, the babies.
the little marshmallow guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The Stay Puft
Yeah.
Marshmallow Minis.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, I can see that. So we highly recommend this one.
Yes.
I know you told me it's your favorite
Horror Christmas movie.
Um,
For now. My
can't-
opinions change a lot.
I was gonna say I can't really say that because it's such a good one, but then I'll watch another one and be like, I forgot about this one.
And that's what I mean.
So
I will say this, we're never going to talk about it on the podcast because it's nowhere near horror. My favorite Christmas movie of all time, and it's been this for years, so I don't think it's going to change, is Arthur Christmas.
right.
That movie's just funny.
I like Pottersville.
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Mhm.
If you haven't seen that one, that's a comedy, but it's fun.
Yeah. Arthur Christmas is like a cartoon comedy children's film.
It is, but I like it.
Yeah. I'm not
And
saying
even
it's like,
as an adult, I like it. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying that you like a children's film as an adult.
yeah,
But, I mean, it's first and foremost a children's film.
yeah.
Maybe family film would be a better
Her sister's favorite one,
descriptor.
the Mariah Carey one.
Yeah, All I Want for Christmas is You.
It's just all I want for Christmas.
Yeah. It's about her getting a dog, not...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she first picked that one out to watch it, I'm like,
Well, your husband's is Die Hard, isn't it?
it's not a Christmas movie.
Says who?
Me.
Takes place at Christmas. What else makes it a Christmas movie?
It's about Christmas. Like, what is this one about? It's because he lost his belief in Christmas. What's Home Alone about? He's home on Christmas by himself.
Yeah.
Die Hard is not like a Christmas story.
It takes place on Christmas.
It's still not a Christmas story.
I'd say it is.
The story's not Christmas based, is what I mean.
I've never seen Die Hard. I'm just giving you crap.
Jeez. You two gang up on me a lot.
Seriously, I've never seen Die Hard, so I don't even know.
And I know when we were talking about Krampus, you asked me which one. So is there
Yeah.
other horror Krampus movies out there?
Yes, I know there's a sequel to this one too.
There is?
I believe so. I think so. There's one that's called Krampus something something that came out, and I think it's a sequel to this.
What?
Which I don't know if it has anyone returning. Krampus the Devil Returns came out in 2016.
Are you sure that's a sequel to this one?
It looks like it.
Because it says it says 5 years after his first encounter with the beast that punishes naughty children, former police officer Jeremy Duffin is called upon to stop the unified monster.
Okay, so maybe it is a different Krampus.
And then there's a Krampus 3 called Hell Awakens.
There was also Krampus Unleashed that came out in 2016. So I wonder if when Krampus came out, like the 2015 one, a bunch of other Krampuses came out at the same time. You know?
So The Devil Returns is a sequel to the 2013 film Krampus the Christmas Devil.
Yeah, so I have pulled up Krampus the Christmas Devil. A cop, A.J. Leslie, must find and destroy a Yuletide demon who kills naughty children before the creature steals his daughter.
It has 742 ratings on IMDb and is 1.6.
Maybe we should do the Krampus movies next year.
We'll have to do that.
These Krampus movies, I mean.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
But I wonder if that's what happened if the 2015 Krampus came out and it kind of kicked people's butt into gear to make other ones. This says Krampus the Reckoning came out in 2015. So he's a strange little child with only one not-so-imaginary friend who happens to be the terrifying demon companion of St. Nicholas the Krampus.
Well, we may have to do some Krampus next year.
That'd be fun. A season of Krampus.
Right.
Okay.
So I am giving y'all an assignment, okay? All of our listeners an assignment. All 5 of you. I want a good, scary Thanksgiving horror movie.
Not Thanksgiving.
I know Thanksgiving's over.
For next year.
Well, they didn't even have to be next year. Like, they can tell me now.
I'm saying for us to do an episode on next year.
Right, but I want a good Thanksgiving horror movie.
So not Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving 3.
What was the one that came out just a couple years ago? The Pilgrim one.
Is it just called The Pilgrim?
No. It's called Thanksgiving.
Is that the one where she puts them, like she gets put in the oven with an apple in her mouth?
I think so.
I think that's just called Thanksgiving.
Is that? Anyway, not
I believe
that one.
so.
I did not like that one. But if you have any suggestions on either fall, not Halloween, because we've seen a lot of those, but like fall or Thanksgiving type horror movies, let us know in the comments because we're always open to ideas. Next week we are doing Christmas Bloody Christmas.
Yes.
If you have not seen that one, watch it. It's on Hulu, maybe? No, Shudder. It's on Shudder.
I don't know.
I think it's on Shudder. I think it's a Shudder original. Just throwing this out as a caveat on this movie, though. Don't give up in the first 15 minutes because it does get really, really good.
And there is some sexual stuff in it, but it's not. There's nothing super explicit.
Yeah. So
there's no like frontal nudity.
Yeah. So we're doing that one, and then the week after will be Black Christmas. Which
this says Netflix, AMC Plus,
okay,
Sling TV.
Okay. I have it on DVD. So.
Oh, it says add-on on Sling TV. Anyway, so it's on Netflix and AMC Plus.
Okay. Well, I have it on DVD, so I wasn't sure. But so after that is Black Christmas. I'm gonna watch the 1970 version. You're gonna watch the second one.
Is it 1990 or something?
It may be early 2000s. I think 2002, and then we're both gonna watch the newest one.
Yes.
And talk about all of them together.
Yeah, but you have also seen the middle one.
Yes.
But it's been a while.
Yes.
And
last Christmas.
I've only seen the newest one.
Yeah. So, and then our book for the end of the year is Winterset Hollow by Jonathan Edward Durham. So make sure you, which we did look earlier, it is available on Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah. For free.
Yeah. So make sure you read that one and check in with us, and then we will.
And if you like it, buy a physical copy.
Yes.
Because this isn't like some huge author.
And this is his only published book.
Yes, he's a smaller author.
Yes, and he is a very, very, very nice guy. I actually think I may see if he wants to do an interview.
That would be awesome.
So, all right. Well, have a good one.